It's important for us, as we celebrate our background, we celebrate it with our children, because you found the disconnect. You found the disconnect. But most of the time when you're talking about Black history, most of us really go into racism. Like racism is, if you look at all those people who did so well, there was some barrier which was possibly racism oriented. Now, sometimes I was watching a video the other day of Ryanair. Somebody was being racist in Ryanair. And as everybody was really cursing that man for being racist, I also thought about the woman and the verbal abuse she gave to that man. And no matter how much we want to say racism is happening, we as Black people, we also need to create our own history that shows our positiveness. And we are celebrating what happened before. Let us create our own history today, so as in 100 years, people will be able to say, Black History Month, let us remember those people who lived in the United Kingdom, those Black people. I'm looking at you, you're looking so beautiful. Stand up. You, yes? She put the effort for looking, the Kikuyu woman. I was even asking the mom, are we selling today? So, every day, wherever you go, do something that is African and positive, or Black and positive, for people to celebrate you. We're celebrating Black history. We want to know, what about Black history are you celebrating? The Pathfinders. Let's start with him. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Tell me about Black History Month.
I love Black History Month.
Why?
Because I think, what do you mean? No, it's a celebration of Black people, and especially in this day and age where Black people are sometimes the minority. Even in a country like UK, we're a minority here. We have to work twice as hard as other people to get us to get where they're going. So it feels good to celebrate our heritage, our history, and knowing that Black people, being Black is something to be proud of. So that's why I love Black History Month.
Thank you. Does it mean being white is not something to be proud of?
I didn't say that. I'm just, I'm just saying I'm proud to be Black as well.
Fantastic. No, it's always good to think about what the other person will feel about what you say, because sometimes, as much as we're celebrating Black, we need to remember that the white person who is our friend is standing right next to us. And sometimes we're, oh yeah, we are Black, and I appreciate who you are as well. So that's the positivity of being Black. You tell them, we know this happened, but where we are today, we are all equal. Yes. So we celebrate each other. So tell us about what you're celebrating today, who you are celebrating today.
Obviously, I'm celebrating Black people. But one thing me and my mum were celebrating the other day when we saw in news a woman with her kinky afro hair. And I feel like Black people have come a long way, because especially in workplaces, some women were not allowed to wear their afro kinky hair because it was seen as unprofessional. So now I feel like us Black people have come a long way to be accepted for who we actually are.
Because you look so good today. Tell us why you're celebrating Black History Month.
I'm celebrating the Kenyatta because he was a good president in Kenya.
Mzee Kenyatta, a good president of Kenya. Thank you very much. Talk to us about your Black history.
Today I'm celebrating Solomon Northup. He was a Black free man, but he got sold into slavery.
Fantastic. Wow. You hear that? To me.
I want to celebrate Black people in general. Like Tracy was saying, like we've come a long way, and I feel like we should be proud, especially we should start teaching our young ones to be proud of who they are. And it's just like young children are taught like Black dolls aren't really pretty, or that they should have the white ones because everyone else is having that. But I feel like we should start teaching our children from a young age that being Black is a beautiful thing. Like your skin color, how dark, how light you are, like you're all beautiful and stuff like that. And yeah.
Thank you. And by the way, that's a conversation that most of us don't have in our houses. I can't remember having that conversation whereby, I'm talking about black and white in my house. We just let the day goes by. I think that's an amazing point you have put across. Come on, come over. Let's talk about Black History Month. Who are you celebrating today? What are you celebrating?
I'm celebrating my great-grandmother and great-grandfather for their fighting in oppression and colonization.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Always forgotten, but if you think about it deep down, the person who's made you who you are today is your grandmother, grandfather. We went there, we had those words to say, who hasn't spoken? Yes.
I like to just celebrate black people in general because we've come a long way from slavery to now. At least like we're all treated equal. So there's still a long way to go from being racist because lots of people are racist.
Wow. We have a long way to go. And pass it on.
I'm celebrating Martin Luther King for fighting for us. Yeah.
Martin Luther King.
I'm celebrating Obama because he worked really hard to become the first Black American president.
I'm celebrating all the freedom fighters back in Kenya. Example, Dedan Kimathi, who fought for the freedom of Kenyans, and also the other black people who fought for freedom, for our freedom, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be in the position that we are in today. So I'm celebrating them.
I want to remember all the people that also fought for our rights and allowed us to have the change that we have today and the things that we're able to do today, because without them, we wouldn't be standing here praising the word that we're praising.
You must have something to say.
Hi, church. I'm celebrating black people in general, especially young black girls as well, because I know there's a lot of black girls out there who are insecure about their hair and their skin color because they're seeing other people with like straight human hair and all of this, and they're trying to do things to be like them when they shouldn't. They should just be comfortable in themselves.
Very good, very good. Come on. Black history. You have the microphone. You can stop talking.
Okay. Hi, church. I just want to celebrate black people in general, black women. Because we've obviously come a long way. We've got a long way to go. But yeah, I want to celebrate myself as well because I'm black and I'm proud. I'm not ashamed of anything, so yeah.
Hi, church. I want to celebrate all the black people in the past who believed in a better future for all the people today, like Nelson Mandela. Even though it was a hard time, they still believed in a future.
I celebrated my grandmother and all the other people that fought for us to be equal today.
Hello, church. How's everyone? How's everyone? Say amen. Okay, there we go. I'm proud to be black. I feel that we've all come a long way, and I'm proud for today. That everyone's looking very good and African, and exposing their nature and exposing their culture. That's it. Yes. And everyone's looking good today.
Thank you.
Hi, church. I want to celebrate black people in general as well. We all deserve to be celebrated, and we have a whole month dedicated to us. And we've all been through struggles or are gonna go through struggles because of the color of our skin, but we'll get through it. So, thanks to us.
I just want to celebrate black people in general, because like even us, like today in this country, we live in a country that has predominantly white people in it, and you know, sometimes it can be a struggle, and sometimes we can lose our identity, but you know, as long as we just remember that we're black and we have power within our skin, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. That's it.
Hi church. I just want to say happy Black History Month to everyone. Life is what you make it, completely. And what I've seen from all history and black people is the fact that in all the struggles and everything, they kept on fighting for what they believed in, because life is what you make it. If you want something, you can work hard for it. If you believe in what you're saying, you can work hard for it. And so I'm just saying, carry on working hard for what you want. Believe in yourself, be black, be proud. Happy Black History Month.
Good afternoon, church. Good afternoon, today, happy Black History Month to everyone. I'm celebrating my parents. My dad left me when I was only a few months old, and he came here to give us a better future. And my mom as well, they've worked hard, and just being here, you know, I celebrate them for their bravery and courage. Yeah. Thank you.
Hello, church. I like that we celebrate Black history because it reminds us that our history doesn't begin or end with slavery. It's much richer than that. And I'm thankful for the black women that are our representation in the media, like Lupita Nyong'o, Viola Davis. They're unapologetically black with their dark skin and their natural hair. And
I like to remember my great-grandmother because she's a good role model.
More than Yagosho. Praise God, church. For me, one, I'd like to celebrate everyone in here for being black. Two, I'd like to celebrate my culture. I personally chose to dress Kikuyu because I am Kikuyu and there are 42 tribes in Kenya. So I have to stand out and make sure Kikuyu is well represented. So yeah, among the 42 tribes in Kenya, I chose my tribe, Kikuyu. So yeah, that's why I picked this outfit. But apart from that, I'd like to celebrate all of you for being you and for, you know, making this church a home that makes me feel proud of where I come from. So yeah, I celebrate all of you. Thank you.
Well, we did scream when somebody came in, so she's gonna tell us why she dressed up the way she dressed up.
Hi everyone. Good morning. Well, sorry I'm a bit late, but it took a long time to dress the way I am. Yeah, so happy Black History Month. I was looking at how this started. I don't know whether somebody else has said this, but it all started because the history of black man had been abolished, had been all polished out, and you can bear me witness that it's very sketchy here and there. Nobody wants to talk about where we come from. So that's why it's one of the black American in 1787 decided to have a Black History Week, but they thought that it wasn't enough in that, why it came a Black History Month. Now, I choose to remember the great men and women that paid with their lives for us to be here, to be able to celebrate, to be able to walk on the streets dressed like these. I was stared at when I went to get petrol because I passed out with petrol, but my head was held high, my shoulders were bold. I wouldn't have done this were it not those people that lost their lives, that paid with their life. They were lynched. Babies were snatched from their mothers and fed to crocodiles. young boys were accused of murder. They hadn't killed and they were slaughtered, killed. So much blood was lost for us to be here. So I am very, very proud. And I am very, very happy. And I am unapologetically black, strong woman. Thank you.
Well, you've heard that, and let us all celebrate each other. You saw the gap. My challenge today is for us with young children, let us just start teaching them Black history. And not just Black history of who did what, also what about our culture should we really carry with us. As much as there are so many things we don't want to carry forward, because some of the culture bits we would not want to carry them forward because they were oppressive, but some of the culture we want to carry forward, let's teach our children. When we went to Germany last weekend, I'm telling you guys, the hotel is full of Black people. People are walking in and all the Germans are looking. There must have been somebody who's, refugees are being dropped in a 5-star hotel. The look is that racism has not ended. The look is there that people are looking at you. Why should you be able to be here? Why should you be able to work in this hospital? Some of you work in your hospitals. Why should you be, even at workplaces? But more importantly, let us celebrate each other. I'm enjoying today Black history. And what about Black history do I celebrate? The fact that I was born Black. That for me is something to celebrate.
Thank you so much about that part of the lesson, because it is moments like this where we encourage and we support one another. So for me, what I would like to throw out, each and every one of you, especially young ones, and even us as grown-ups, I want us to know one thing. One, you are a brand. Shall we say that? You are a brand. So when you have got a brand, you market it. So you are a motion on who you are. And you are a moment. Because there will be a time when you are no longer here. What is it you like to be remembered for? You are an experience. Wherever you go, what do? People take from you to say, I thought Black people wouldn't do this, but I'm surprised. So it is that challenge I would like to throw to each and every one of you. Know that everywhere you go, you are a brand, and live up to that brand. Do not compromise.